Hello everyone and welcome to my little nook of the internet. Today we are playing Pack My Lunchbox, another organizing puzzle game which should be very cozy. So let's play. New game. Do you want to start a new game? Yes, I do. Thank you very much. Alright, so you will receive cards with preferences and exclusions. Read them carefully, they are your order. Choose a category and drag the desired item into your lunchbox. If you change your mind, you can easily remove an item, just drag it into the empty space outside the lunchbox. Okay, that's nice and easy, I like it. The lunchbox accepts these categories: food and sweets. Place snacks on the long board on the left and drinks on the square board on the right. Okay, so food and sweets inside here, snacks here and drinks here. Let's try to remember that. Once you've assembled your lunchbox, click the check button, enjoy the game and have fun creating your perfect lunch. Okay, let's see what our first customer wants. Today, I'm really craving something crispy in batter. After that, I definitely need something sweet. Otherwise, I won't leave satisfied. I'd like a light, fruity drink to wash it down and a salty, crunchy snack to start and whet my appetite. Okay, so let's start with the food. I'm really craving something crispy in batter. So, let's see. Okay, this looks crispy in batter. So all of these things are crispy in batter. All right. So I guess we could, this looks quite nice, like a cheese something or other. Can I put more than one thing in there? Oh, I can, but I do need to put a sweetie in there. So she wants something, or he wants something sweet. But they don't specify exactly what, so perhaps we have full reign and can decide what to put in there. Now, they look like mozzarella sticks, so I'm just going to guess it's a mozzarella stick. And I think for our mozzarella stick, I am going to... Actually, let's go for the drink first so I can see what fruity drink they have and decide from there. Okay, so there's yogurts, there's some milkshakes, some sodas. All right, a light fruit drink I think maybe is one of these. So we can give a strawberry drink. So let's try and match, or actually not match. I don't want to match it because then it'd be too much strawberry. I think let's go for one of these. So let's go for a cinnamon roll. And then for our snack, I'd like a salty, crunchy snack to start. Salty and crunchy. Okay, not cookies. Okay, these look salty and crunchy. Ooh, we can give pretzels. Pretzels would be good. Let's do pretzels. Okay. What's this? Oh, okay, it tells us what these are. Okay, cheese sticks and tempura. Okay, so that's good. At least we can see what everything is. That's really nice. There's a lot of options for food as well, which is really good. Okay, we have a lot of desserts, sweet stuff, a lot of snacks, some crackers, pretzels. Yeah, I think the strawberry juice is light enough to match the criteria. Let's check if our first order is good. Perfect! Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so who is next? Today I'm craving something sweet. I want a dessert that's cozy and enjoyable. It should be sweet and look delightful. Surprise me with something tasty. Okay, so only something sweet today. A dessert that is cozy and enjoyable. So let's have a look at what desserts we have. Quark cheese. I've never heard of that before. And berry bun. Okay. Vanilla muffin, a brownie, a vanilla pudding. Alright, we've got quite a lot of options. We've got some cheesecakes, a bun with cottage cheese filling, a berry bun with cream. So, cozy and enjoyable. Now, cozy can be interpreted in many ways. So, I'm thinking maybe like a cake of some sort or a cheesecake. I think a cheesecake might be a good option for this. Let's pick, what's this one? Like a cherry cheesecake maybe? Where's it gone? Yes, a cherry cheesecake. Okay, let's pick our cherry cheesecake. I think we can give more than one dessert, although it sounds like they only want one, but I'm tempted to give them two. Sweet and look delightful, so something that looks nice. Do we have anything else we could give the meringue pie? Let's try it out. We might get this wrong because it's two and it sounds like with something tasty or not with tasty things, but oh, okay, it was perfect. Yay, so that's really good. All right. Oh, I'm in a rush, but I can't start the day without breakfast. I want something morning friendly, filling, and just right to kick off the day. Nothing heavy or extra, just a good breakfast. Okay. So maybe scrambled eggs. I think we can put some scrambled eggs in here. Morning friendly and filling. Something else for the morning. These are all egg stuff, so let's not put in eggs. Something for the morning. We could put maybe sausage and cheese toast or a cheese toast. Maybe we do a cheese toast to go with it. Let's find our cheese toast. Oh, this moves very fast. It's giving me a bit of vertigo here. Okay. Let's do this. Actually, that's too much yellow. Let's do this one. Okay, let's check. Hey, another perfect level. Okay, so we're doing pretty good so far, if I say so myself. I'm in the mood for something crispy. I love tempura, golden, crunchy, and with a nice texture. It has to be all tempura. Okay, so 2 food items and tempura. I think we can put this in there. And let's see what other items we have. So we have shrimp tempura and then onion rings maybe. We don't want to put more fish. We could put the cheese, the chicken. Maybe the onion rings might give it a nice balance, so it's not too much meat. Let's see if they like it. Perfect! Yay! Alright, we are zooming through all of this. I'm really hungry and want something hearty and meaty. And for dessert, a pie with pastry would be perfect. Okay, so let's start with that. We would like a pie with pastry. Let's see what our different pastry types are. We have a vanilla puff pastry, a berry puff pastry. Maybe we'll go for a puff pastry actually, because they did specify pastry, so puff probably is the best way to go. And then they want something hearty and meaty. Again, let's check. Hearty and meaty. Okay, we do have a lot of meat options, but it's just meat on their own, which isn't that great. And then there is a burger that has some meat in it, a bit more hearty I suppose. A lavash roll, a tuna sandwich, maybe a hot dog, or the chicken cubes in sauce. Let's go for the chicken cubes in sauce because those seem to be the best. Okay, this really does scroll so fast. Okay, let's check. Oh no, they don't like that. Okay. Hearty and meaty, and for dessert, a pie with pastry would be perfect. So they didn't like that. Hearty and meaty. Should we try the sandwich? No. Okay. Maybe the burger. No. Perhaps the dessert is not to their liking. We can try a different dessert. Let's maybe go for this. No, they're really not liking any of these choices. Okay. Hearty and meaty. Let's have a look again. I mean, we could... Oh, are we allowed to do... Hold on a second. Some rice, and then can we add stuff on top? No, it has to be one or the other. Okay. Interesting. So perhaps let's just... They don't want the meat on its own. Oh, okay. Well, that was interesting. Alright, I guess the difference in the meat is the heartiness of it. Which, I don't even know what we picked. I just threw anything in there. What did I pick? The beef slices. Okay. Oh, that's good to know. I feel like something light and healthy today. No sweets, no heaviness, just food that makes me feel good and relaxed. Okay. So something light and healthy today. We can do some of these fish options at the bottom and give them some maybe onigiri and red fish slices and see how we get on with that. They don't want anything sweet today, so they are looking to have a healthy lunch. Let's see. Okay, and let's try this. Oh, they didn't like it. Okay, we're gonna try this. Yay, there we go. So I guess they just didn't like the salmon on its own, which is fine. I love cheese. I want it to be the star. Soft, melty or firm, and please add a little piece of cake too. Okay, let's see what our cheese options are. Okay, we have the cheese sticks in tempura, which is a good option. What else do we have? We do have some other cheese here, but I guess that's a bit boring. It'd be better if we were packing multiple stuff. We could have a cheese toast. I love cheese, and maybe let's go for the cheese toast because we've done the tempura cheese sticks already, and see if they will like this. And then they want a little piece of cake. We're not really getting a lot of snacks and drinks requested, so that's interesting. We can give them the strawberry cake. Yay, we got a perfect. Okay, at least they didn't hate it this time. I want crispy tempura but no fish. It should have a light crust and a satisfying crunch and something chocolatey. Chocolate is a must. Okay, so we can give them the fish in tempura and something chocolatey. There was a chocolate cake. Oh, there's a brownies. Let's have a look what else we have. We have the brownie and the chocolate cake. Okay, let's give them the brownies and see. Ah, they don't like that. Okay, let's try the chocolate cake. Oops, I took out the wrong thing. Oh, maybe actually it was the sandwich they didn't like. Oh, there we go. It probably was the sandwich that they didn't like. Okay, that's fine. I'm in the mood for something sweet but not strawberry. Everything else works as long as it's sweet and delicious. Just skip the strawberry. Okay, so they want something sweet and delicious. Everything else works. Okay, so we can give them one of these and maybe this. Let's see what those are. It's a vanilla muffin and a vanilla pie. Maybe that's too much vanilla. Let's have a look at what else we've got. They don't want anything with strawberry in it, and there's a lot of strawberry. Or we could potentially give them some cupcakes. Let's have a look at what these cupcakes are. Strawberry cupcakes, vanilla cupcakes. Could also give American pancakes. Oh, that says vanilla cupcakes, but it's a strawberry cake. Okay. Maybe that's an accident. Let's see. We can also give them a chocolate bun actually, so it's not too much vanilla, because I feel like that's a lot of vanilla. Even if we went for the vanilla cupcakes, it'd just be so much vanilla. Okay, chocolate bun is. Yay, perfect. Amazing. Right, I'm hungry and want a hearty meal. I need something substantial and filling so that I leave satisfied and full. Finish it off with something sweet. Okay, my only thing is that for something to be substantial and filling, you'd need like two things. So it would be great if we could have the option to put two things together. But anyway, let's see. We do have the egg rolls. We've got baked eggs, got nuggets, rice, mashed potatoes. I would personally give them rice with something else, or like a pasta with something else, for it to be hearty and substantial. But they didn't say meaty, so we could give them a tuna sandwich. Let's skip over to our tuna. Tuna. Here we are. Let's see if this is going to be good, and then finish it off with something sweet. Now, they didn't say what. Let's give them a vanilla pie. No, they're not liking that. Let's give them a blueberry pie. Okay, maybe it's a sandwich isn't hearty enough for them. Let's try an omelette. No. Okay. Yeah, I just wish that we could have more stuff to put together. Maybe hearty is only beef. Let's have a look. Nope, that is not right. Something substantial and filling. Maybe this? Okay, that worked. So I guess, yeah, trying to figure out what's hearty and substantial when it's just one piece of food is a bit difficult. So I'd say I'm not enjoying that part of the game so far. Perhaps if there was little tags or something, but again, maybe that would make it too easy. So let's carry on. I'm in the mood for Japanese food today and I love lemon. My mum bakes an amazing lemon meringue pie. It's my favorite. Okay. Do we have lemons in our desserts? We have a lemon meringue tart, so we can put that in there. Where is it? Okay, so we've got that already, and then Japanese food. So maybe we can do like a sushi down here. What will we pick? We could put this. Oh, okay, perfect. That did work. That's very nice. Today's a fast food kind of day. I want something quick, simple, and really tasty. Healthy doesn't matter. The main thing is that it should feel like real fast food. Okay, well, we have nuggets and we have hot dogs, so we can put those both in there. And hopefully they won't be mad at me and say, this is not what I'm after. And we do also have some fried chicken drumsticks, but that worked. Amazing and ever perfect. Okay, I want a proper meal and absolutely something sweet on the side. First something filling, then dessert. It doesn't count without both. Okay, so something filling. Well, I guess with the amount of fish sticks that are here, that could be considered filling. Proper meal, you see, but I can't put any of these things there as a proper meal because that's not, even the cheese, like that just wouldn't be a proper meal. Maybe we can try this. We'll see. And then a dessert. They didn't specify what dessert, so I am gonna give them this berry bun. Oh, that replaced my food. Let's go put, I don't even remember what I just put. Oh, it was the chicken with the sauce. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Oh, that worked. Amazing. Okay. I need a full dish, meat and a side. Nothing extra, just a classic combo, filling and straightforward. Okay. Let's pop some rice and then some meat that would go with it. I think the beef would be quite nice. Yay, amazing. Today I'm craving something sweet and delicate with a creamy cheese flavor. Light, pleasant, and not too sweet, the perfect treat for my mood. Berries are welcome. Okay, so they want a creamy cheese flavor, a light creamy cheese flavor with berries. Let's have a look at our options. Okay, so we've got this cheese and berry bun. That might be a good shout. And then we could potentially do a cheesecake as well. And then there's also that cottage cheese filling and this berry bun with cream. Although that's not really cheese. Light, pleasant, and not too sweet. Okay, so we want something light and pleasant. I wonder if we do just one, if that will work. Okay. It's either it will work, but we need something better. Or, okay, 2 worked. That's fine. So I guess, yeah, we always need to fill it with 2, which is good to know. I want a full meat dish, but no pork. Everything else works as long as it's flavorful and hearty. Add a bit of bread on the side. Okay. So, do we have some bread? Where's our bread options? Baked potato, that looks a bit like bread. Tofu cheese. Okay, so we have bread bun, white bread toast. Alright, let's put in a bread bun. No, that's a potato. Here we go. A bread bun and meat, as long as it's not pork. let's check what meat we have so we don't put in pork. Okay, that's pork. All of this besides the beef slices. We could give them the chicken drumsticks, I suppose. A meat dish, so it's meat, so flavorful. They usually are flavorful. Yay, that worked. That's perfect. Okay. I need a convenient snack for school, something compact, not too heavy and easy to eat between classes, and a small bun too. Okay, something to eat easy between classes, that's fine. And then a bun. Now, I don't know if they meant a food bun. They must do, right? Let's check. Oh no, this is a bun, that's also a bun. Maybe that's kind of bun they want. Let's check what the bread is called. Let's see if that's called a bun. That is also a bread bun. Okay, let's give this a go first. Okay, that worked. I was wondering if it was going to ask me for something sweet, but they didn't really specify, so perhaps both would have worked. Today, no meat or fish. I want something tasty and satisfying. For dessert, please add some homemade baked good like pancakes or something similar. Okay, so we can start with the pancakes. Maybe this one. Yeah, something, they just said homemade baked goods, so I think that's fine. And then no meat or fish today. Maybe we can do the egg tempura snack, or the omelette actually, that'd be quite nice. What else do we have? I think everything else has like meat and stuff. Let's give them this and see if they like it. That is tasty and satisfying, I suppose. So let's check. Aha, that worked. Perfect. I love potatoes. Me too. I want something with potatoes. Doesn't matter how, just let potatoes be the main part of the dish. I'm with you 100%. I love potatoes. That's one of my favorite things to eat. So let's get you. We could do a baked potato. And some French fries, maybe. So I don't think there's any other potato-y stuff. So, yeah, let's do fries. Or we could do mashed potato and fries, perhaps. I'm not a fan of mashed potatoes. That's probably the only type of potato I won't have. But I love all other potatoes. Okay, I love potatoes. I want something, doesn't matter how. Alright, so I guess they don't really care. So let's put in some mash. And let's put in some fries and check. There we go. Perfect. What is this? Oh, it doesn't, okay, I thought it would maybe show us our levels upcoming, but that's fine. Let's carry on. I want a simple snack with bread and a taste of the sea, and something chocolatey for an appetizer, something that's easy to eat and pleasant to finish. Okay. A simple snack with bread and a taste of the sea, and then something chocolatey. So, bread and taste of the sea is giving me tuna sandwich because we don't have anything else. Yeah, I'll just put that there, and then something chocolatey for an appetizer. Alright, let's go. We could give them the chocolate pie. We've not given this to anybody yet, although this looks like coffee beans, but it does say chocolate pie. Oh, okay, so this keeps disappearing. I can't click on that. Alright, let's just, oh no, I got rid of my sandwich. Alright, let's try it. Oh, okay, that worked. I don't know why, but my mouse started disappearing halfway through that level, so it's hard to check with a little question mark what this question mark here, what the stuff was. So maybe a little bug in the game, but yeah, it's minor, it's not too bad. I need something neat with rice for a snack, and afterward a soft sweet pastry with warm spice aromas. Okay. A pastry with warm spice aromas. Okay, doesn't look like we have any. The only thing I can think of is a cinnamon roll. I guess let's just put that in there anyway. And so I need something neat with rice for snack. Okay. Rice. Something here, I guess. Oh, not you. We could pop this and then see how they like it. There we go. Perfect. Another perfect level. I'm craving something crispy and butter with a seafood touch and alongside a neutral side to balance the flavors. Okay. So let's do some tempura, seafood touch. So we've got this. And then a neutral side. Maybe we could give the soba noodles. Let's... Oh, why does that always do the same thing? Okay. No. Some rice with the shrimp. There we go. Okay, perfect. They just didn't like soba noodles, which is fine. I want a light, airy egg dish paired with a small, lean meat snack. Nothing heavy, just light and delicate. Okay. So, an airy egg dish for me would be scrambled eggs. I think everything else is a little bit heavier. So, scrambled eggs is fine. And then a lean meat snack. Perhaps some beef? Let's check. No. Okay, how about that? There we go. That worked. I don't even know what that is that I put in. Some sort of bologna or slices or something. Ham. Okay. Alright, let's see what's next. I'm in the mood for a simple snack. Sliced cold cuts, cheese or meat will do. For something sweet, add a soft, airy treat that melts in your mouth. Okay. So, cold cuts, sliced cold cuts. We can give you some ham. And then something sweet. Add a soft, airy treat that melts in your mouth. Maybe this potentially melts in your mouth. A meringue tart vanilla cake melts in your mouth. Maybe let's try this bun. Oh gosh, we need to get our ham back. Thank you. Let's check. No. Okay. Let's try this one. No, they also didn't like that. Something airy that melts in your mouth. The problem is that none of these look like they melt in your mouth. So what can I pick? Let's try the meringue and oh no, not this again. Keep getting rid of my ham. Alright, let's try. No, they were not fans of this. Right, something light and airy. Maybe this strawberry cake? Oh boy. I've got to stop doing that. No, they are quite fussy with this sweet treat. Light and airy. None of these seem to be light and airy. Maybe... No. Okay, how about you? No. Okay. Let's try the cupcake. No, that also is not it. Light and airy. This is not light and airy. But I'm running out of ideas. Why did that just swipe it? Okay, so maybe it's not my fault. Maybe sometimes it just gets rid of it. Slice cold cuts, but it doesn't seem to be liking any of my options. I'm at this point just gonna put everything in here. Okay, how about this? Interesting. Okay, well, we definitely have the sliced meat, right? For sure. Oh, okay. We'll have to see what that is because I'm not sure if it's like a blondie or something. Let's have a look. A vanilla pudding. Okay. Alright, well, that's good to know. Today I'm craving fish. Anything seafood works. And for tea, definitely add some small cakes or cupcakes. I love those little sweet treats. Alright. I don't think we should always be putting in these tempura things. So let's zoom to the end. Anything seafood works. So we can give them this and see if they like that. And then for the cupcakes, we can give these. Perfect. I want a sweet blueberry pie with a slight tartness from the berries and add something light with cucumber. I don't want to overeat today. Okay, light with cucumber is down here. So we've got that, and then a blueberry pie. At least this person knows what they want, so I'm not trying to guess. Perfect. Next level. Today I want something warm and filling. Noodles or pasta with chicken and sauce. Pair it with a hot drink, and for a snack something lightly salty and crunchy to lift the mood. Okay, so we've got some noodles or pasta with chicken and sauce. Okay, so I like this person already, they know what they want. Let's give them this pasta with the sauce, and then the chicken with the sauce. A hot drink. Let's see, we've got coffee or a tea. Let's give them a coffee, and then a snack, lightly salty and crunchy to lift the mood. Lightly salty and crunchy. Let's see what these are. Corn sticks, rice chips, breadsticks. Maybe we can give them potato chips. That might work. Lightly salty. Actually, what about the popcorn? Is that salted popcorn? It just says popcorn. Okay, let's go with this and see if they like it. Yay, that's amazing. And I'm happy that we had these two now because it adds a different level to it. We've got more things we need to think about. I'm in the mood for a light breakfast, a delicate cheese dish and an egg any way you like. Okay, so we can give them, let's give them the baked eggs and then an any cheese dish. A delicate cheese dish. Maybe we can give them some cheese slices. And then for the drink, they want something fizzy, which I think was down here. If this wants to move. Okay. Something fizzy is one of these. Okay, so we can give them a soda, a grape. Let's give them a grape soda. For a snack, a small sweet treat to make me happy. Maybe the cookies. Let's see what other snacks they have that could be sweet. Okay, yeah, so I think the small sweet treat to make you happy. Let's give them the gingerbread cookies because I love gingerbread cookies. Yay, that worked. Perfect. Alright, it's a fast food kind of day. The classic combo. Wash it down with a milkshake and don't forget some crunchy nuts for a flavor contrast. Okay, so our fast food was down here. Let's give them a hot dog and some drumsticks. And then we want a milkshake, which was here. Somewhere down here. Okay, so we can give them... Oh, this looks like an Oreo milkshake. Let's give them an Oreo milkshake. And then they want some nuts. Okay. Let's give them some nuts. They can have some mixed nuts. There we go. I think this works. Yay, perfect. I love getting the perfect result. I want something really hearty. A meat dish with a dense side. Pair it with juice, and for a snack, something crunchy but not sweet. Okay. So a meat dish with a dense side. Dense to me would come across as like mashed potato. That's pretty dense. And then a meat dish. Yeah, we can give them some beef. That goes nice with mash, I guess. And with a juice, we want a juice, we can give them an apple juice. And for snacks, something crunchy but not sweet. Okay. We can give them these rice crackers. Yay, perfect. Alright, I'm in the mood for dessert. A pie or cake, and I want to wash it down with milk. And for an appetizer, put something berry flavoured so that my mood becomes even brighter. Okay. A pie or cake. You can give them a pie, and they want to wash it down with milk. Okay. Give them some milk. And for an appetizer, put something berry flavoured so that my mood becomes even brighter. So I guess this is probably the only berry flavoured thing we have. Yeah, this is missing something. Okay, pie or a cake. Maybe we can give them both pie and cake. Let's contrast it and give them this kind of cake. There we go, that was nice. Perfect. Today I want pasta and chicken. Wash it down with juice and add popcorn or corn sticks for fun. Okay. Pasta and chicken. Pasta and chicken. Okay, we got some pasta and then we have our chicken. We could give them chicken like this. Yeah, why not? So then they want some popcorn or corn sticks. Let's give, for fun, let's give them popcorn. And then juice. You can give them orange juice. Yes, they loved it. Perfect. A classic breakfast with bacon. Pair it with hot coffee and for dessert some cookies, plain or chocolate, to start the morning tasty. Okay. Now I don't eat bacon, so I will probably just put a fried egg in here. And then the bacon is that pink one with the squiggly lines. Yep. Okay, so it does look like bacon, which is good. Let's put in the bacon, and then they want a hot coffee. We can do that. And some cookies, plain or chocolate. Let's give them chocolate cookies. That is an interesting way to start your morning. But they liked it. Perfect. I'm craving something sweet for a snack. Any vanilla treat without cheese and a sandwich without fish. Wash it down with a milky drink with cookie pieces and add some crackers or breadsticks too. So the drink with a milky drink with cookie pieces is the Oreo milkshake lookalike. So let's, oh, not the chocolate one, please. Let's put that there. And then crackers or breadsticks, we can add, I think those are the breadsticks, but let's just verify this. Yeah, breadsticks. Let's add the breadsticks because we've not done those yet. So they want something sweet for a snack. Any vanilla treat without cheese. I think this was vanilla cake. A vanilla muffin, yeah. Okay, so we can give them this. And then a sandwich without fish. We can also give them that. Let's zoom down to our sandwiches without fish. We can give them this. Okay. Another perfect. Okay, I want something rice-based and also something thin made of dough with berries, cold tea, and a simple round crisp bread with a curl. Okay. Rice-based and something thin made of dough with berries. Okay, so rice-based would be one of these. Let's give an onigiri. Something thin made of dough with berries. Thin made of dough with berries. Let's check that pancake we have here. Berry pancake. We could try that. I think that would work pretty well. Let's put that in here, and then cold tea, which is at the end, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think that is cold tea. Let's have a look. Yep, iced tea, so we can put that there. And then a simple round crisp bread with a curl. Crisp bread with a curl. What does that mean? Crisp bread with a curl. I don't know if maybe they're talking about corn sticks. Crisp bread with a curl. Unless they're talking about something here. Let's have a look. Crisp bread with a curl. No, that doesn't look like they're talking about something here. So, let's just try this and see. No. Okay, so these are all nuts. It's definitely not that. Try this. No. Crisp bread with a curl. And then the potato chips? No. Okay. Crisp bread with a curl. Cold tea and a simple round crisp bread with a curl. What does that mean? This? Oh, okay, so they just wanted pretzels. Alright, that is interesting. I think I will call it here. I think we've played enough of the game to kind of get the concept of what it is and how to play it. As a review, I think it's really sweet and, you know, quite a chilled out game. So if you need something to just hop on after a bad day, this is quite a nice game to lose a couple of hours to. However, I would say there's not a lot of substance and it could be a bit more fun. Perhaps making a sandwich based on the ingredients that they have there with the cold cuts, or just a bit more of an explanation of what they would classify as hearty, because yeah, that can be a lot of things. But overall, I think it's a really sweet game and I have really enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you want to check it out, it is on Steam. So with that said, I will catch you in the next one.